Hey everyone, welcome back to Talking Reds, and it's going to be a fun one, this one, because we missed the game today. We're all a bit miserable that we didn't watch our Liverpool our Liverpool team today. It's not good, really. It's not good to not watch your team whenever other teams are playing, like Man United, for example, losing. Won't mention that. That's what Cam's watching currently now. So you'll see his eyes going up and down.
There's 20 seconds to go.
In about a couple of minutes, he'll give us his full focus. I'm absolutely sure he'll give us our full focus. But yeah, we didn't watch our Liverpool game today, so I'm going to try and give you something fun at home to reminisce on, to a bit of nostalgia. So in this episode, this is the first of a new series, by the way. It's going to be called The Best. Our series is going to be called The Best. So we're going to be looking at the best of like top 5, top 10s of things to do with Liverpool. So this is the first episode, and this is going to be the top 5 greatest Liverpool. I'm guessing the Man United just lost. So it's game over Man United lost. There you go. Live for you. But this will be out tomorrow anyway. But so this is going to be the top 5 best Liverpool games you've ever seen in your lifetime. Obviously, we can't go back to the 1970s. So I'm not born then, so I don't remember any of them games, obviously. So I think me and Kev are about similar age. So I think we're going to have the similar sort of answers. I'd say so. I presume. I'm hoping we are. He might throw me out. He might throw out a 0-0 out there just to shock me a little bit. But I don't think he will do. I think we'll have the same answers. We'll come to agreement on a top 5 towards the end, and we'll list them in order. Get your comments in as well. What is your top 5? What is your best Liverpool game you've ever watched in your lifetime? Is there a 0-0 that stands out? Let me know in the comments. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and get your notification bells on as well. So, Cam, what's your first game you're going to throw up there? Is it don't have to be number 1, don't have to be whatever number it is, just throw a game out there.
So, off the top of my head, Liverpool 4, Newcastle 3, Stan Collymore closing in. You know,
left foot, bottom corner.
Yeah, that was a amazing game of football. It was outrageous, to be honest with you. The highs, the lows. You know, we went in front, we went behind, we equalised. That was what was it? Rush Barnes combination before he slides it to Collymore, and then he scores, and then you see Keegan keeling over the board, the advertising boards. It was it was a great win. What about you? What do you think?
I agree with that. That's got to be in the top 5. It's got to be. I think we've beaten 4-3 twice in a row.
Yeah, the second game we were 3-0 up. It was 3-0, and then they brought it back to 3-3, and then Robbie Fowler scored with a last-minute header.
Yeah, but I don't think it was as good as the Collymore one. I think when I think of iconic games like this, I always think of the commentary as well. I think the commentary comes with an iconic game. I always remember the Collymore commentary. The same we're going to be talking about the games coming up as well. There's always an iconic commentary moment that goes with the game. And this is what commentators follow out there. I think you do remember a lot of games, a lot of moments because of commentary. But yeah, I've got to say that has definitely got to be up in the top. I'm trying to think who played for Newcastle back then. I was only young. What year was it? 97. I want to say 97. Was it 97? Around that time, it was 97.
It was 96 or 97 that we won that game.
8 and 9. I remember 8 and 9. So I do remember it.
Oh, you're young, man. If it was 97,
6 years old, man. I'm not young. But yeah,
if it was 97, I would have been 16.
So you are a little bit older than me, so you might remember a little bit more in terms of the whole game itself. I do remember the game. I was like 8 and 9. That was when you're proper into football. When you start getting proper into football, it was 8 and 9, like 6, 7, 8, and 9. So I do remember the game a lot. Like I've always said, like I caught the last part of John Barnes, the last part of Ian Rush. I didn't see them in prime. I caught the last part of them. I watched them enough to have an opinion on them, if that makes sense. And that was an incredible game. Was David Ginola at Newcastle then? Was that 96, 97? I think it was.
It was Asprilla, Ginola.
Who was that? Who was that bald guy at Newcastle?
Asprilla.
No, not Asprilla. No, the bald French guy.
Not French. You think of the Georgian guy, Kitspeya, I think he was.
Yeah, that him. Yeah, him. Yeah. He must have been there around that time as well. That's when Newcastle was good.
I think he came just after. He wasn't in the game, So up front, they had Les Ferdinand
Ferdinand up front, yeah, I remember that.
playing. They had Ginola, Aspria, Rob. I think it was Rob Lee.
Was there Solano in that game? Was that?
No, Solano was way after
funny.
that.
Yeah, it was Solano's after. I'm trying to think who had that. Yeah, I remember Aspria in that game. I do remember Aspria in that game. He scored, didn't he, Aspria?
Yeah, Ginola scored. Aspria scored that chip
over
James.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. David James there brings back talking quizzes. That.
Yeah, who was our 11? I think it was David James. It was McAteer, Rob Jones. Centre halves was Ruddock. I think I can't remember who the other one was. I can't remember who the whole team was, but it was.
Was it too early for Phil Babb? It wasn't Phil Babb in Ruddock, was it?
I don't think Phil Babb was playing if he was there, but like Phil Babb was only there for 2 years, and Phil Babb joined when we won the League Cup, and we won the League Cup. I think it was in '95, so I think he may have left
just about.
Yeah, don't quote me on it, but yeah.
But yeah, it was an incredible game, an incredible moment. Stan Collin might obviously whatever happens off the pitch, discussed in person, probably off the pitch. But that moment there will go down in Liverpool history and go down in Liverpool folklore. And it was an incredible finish. He was a very, very good striker. A very, very good striker, Stan Collin, for Villa and for us mainly.
Put the his behaviour. He's an older gentleman now, so he says that he's sorry for put that aside. Just from a few footballing perspective, I know this is a wild shout, and I was young, and I was like, this guy's going to be the R9 of Liverpool, because I thought he had all the raw attributes and everything. I was wrong. He could have been a very good player for us, because he had everything, right? He was very both-footed, powerful, decent in the air, and I thought, this guy is a complete striker. How wrong was I?
He was really good at dribbling that ball as well. He was quite direct the way he dribbled.
Yeah, he had everything you'd want.
He did, yeah.
In a forward.
Yeah.
But except the mentality.
Yeah.
To be an elite forward.
Yeah.
It's a shame. Just from a footballing perspective, not his personal life, obviously, but yeah.
But yeah, I would say the 4-3 against Newcastle, that specific 4-3 against Newcastle was, for me, definitely top 5 in my lifetime. I would have to say that. It'd be interesting to see what else we thought there if it does get knocked out of the top 5. I can't see it doing, but I think it will. So the first game I'm going to throw out there as a game is going to be the 4-1 against Manchester United at Old Trafford. Because that was
my next one.
That was when we were very, very poor, and it wasn't expected at that point.
No, we weren't poor. We were going for the title that year. It was 08-09.
We still had poor players around. Yeah, it was the season when we were. Was it 2007? Wasn't it?
It was 07-08, and we were on Man United's tails. We finished second.
It was the Man United going for the league, wasn't it?
We only lost 2 games that season.
Was it the FAC season that season?
The FAC season, exactly.
I thought so. Yeah. So we had a decent team, but I'm saying we still had dross around to that. I wasn't expecting a 4-1 at Old Trafford, if that makes sense.
No, that's a fair comment.
I'd expect a 4-1 at Old Trafford sometimes now.
Yeah. But that's not because I don't think we were. I think we were the best sides in Europe at the time. It wasn't because that. It was because Man United were very good.
Yeah.
So they had Tevez, Rooney, Ronaldo, Scholes, Ferdinand, Vidic, Van der Sar. So I think you're right. Now you'd expect it because United are in the toilet.
Yeah.
But back then, at Old Trafford, 4-1 is unheard of.
I just think that day was sensational. It was an Arto kickoff, wasn't it? It was an Arto kickoff on a Saturday, which we don't like now, but that was an incredible one. So I remember watching it with a mate who was a Liverpool fan as well, and
it wasn't Saturday. It was a Sunday at 4:30.
It's Sunday. Yeah, it might have been actually. Sure.
I have quite a good memory, but I might be wrong.
I remember getting a curry that night, specifically, and I'm sure it was a Saturday.
You might be right, but my memory tends to be quite good with these things. But
I met my mate who was a Man United fan after the game, and I fucking loved the day. The day was incredible. That's why I've got it so high in my thing, because the day after that was just incredible. I loved the day. I chilled out, had a curry that night, and it's just a perfect day. It was a perfect day from a perfect result. And Torres ripping Vidic.
Maybe one for the viewers, right? And we can have a little bet around who's right. So I say Sunday 4:30. You say Saturday.
I thought it was Saturday at 12. I don't know why.
No, I don't think you're right. But let's
put
it out to the viewers. Let's put it out to the viewers, right?
Right, I might never. I remember that day specifically. And
you remember the curry? That's what you're remembering.
I remember the whole day. It was a happy day. It was a very, very happy day, and especially when I spent the rest of the day there with my night friends. It was just a nice chill. Yeah, it was nice to rub it in. So it was very rare back then to rub it into a Man United fan, and that's why I remember it so specifically. Yeah, very, very good day. That grey kit as well. I always remember that grey kit. The slick blonde hair, Torres, Gerrard from the spot, kissing the camera. That's where Trent did it again. And yeah, it was a very, very good day. But that's definitely top 5 for me. Right, what's another one that you're going to throw out?
This is a bit of a retro one, so you're going to have to forgive me. But it was the first game that I remember watching from start to finish. And I was 9 years old, or 8 or 9. And it was Liverpool 4, Man United 0. And I believe it was Beardsley with a hat trick, and John Barnes was the other goal.
What year would it been then?
I think it was 1990. It might have been 89. It was a season we won the league, I believe.
Right. Yeah.
And to you and the viewers, if you've never watched the game, it is on YouTube, and we absolutely destroyed them. And it was the first game. I watched bits and parts of other games when I was younger, but it was the first full game I watched. My uncle came and sat and watched it with me, and we absolutely did them over. So yeah, and loved that game, to be honest with you. It was at Anfield. We were incredible that day, and I think Paul Ince was there. I think Pallister and Bruce were there, I think, and we basically tore them a new one. Grobler was in goal. You remember Grobler?
I do remember the backstage of Bruce Grobler. Yeah, definitely remember Grobler. Quite late. Yeah, quite late.
Yeah. So that's my second game, and I appreciate, like, unless you're my age, you're probably not going to remember that game, but it was a really good game.
Yes, I can't put a claim for that going into top 5. You could easily, when we get the top 5 going and get all the 5 games, you could easily put that in there if you wanted to, if you really believe that it goes in top 5. But yeah, I can imagine it being 4-0 against Man United. It was
a phenomenal game.
That's a decent game in a season that won the league as well. So yeah, probably a decent game. But yeah, I can't really say much about that. I think I would have been 2 at that time. So yeah, but
age is not an excuse.
I might watch on YouTube actually. So if you do go over to the YouTube channel now and watch that game on the YouTube channel, please tell them it was this channel that got you over there. And please name check Cam as well for thanking him for cutting over to there. If you haven't watched that game and he's inspired you to go watch that game, let them know in their comments where you got that from. Okay, that's all I ask from me. That's all I ask from me. Anyway, so another game I'm going to throw out is going to be. I'm not going to go straight to Istanbul, but I'm going to throw out the Olympiacos game because of that one moment. I don't think. How old would I have been? I'd have been 16 at that time. 15, 16. It was in my GCSE year. And I don't think at that point, 15, 16, I screamed the roof down when Gerrard scored that goal against Olympiacos.
To
the point where my dad has a go at me sometimes when I scream watching football. Even now. He'll have a go at me, right? If I watch it with him, like I'm too loud watching it. Even that moment, he couldn't stop me screaming. I think he joined in the screaming. The Steven Gerrard moment in the 84th minute when I say.
Is he a Liverpool fan?
Yeah, he brought me up on Liverpool. He's not
good
as
man.
Passionate to me. He won't scream on the TV, but he gets involved in it. He brought me up on Liverpool. People say spot me local team, but if you tell by my accents, the Yorkshire accents, I'm from Huddersfield. But the reason why I didn't spot Yorkshire is because my dad grew up.
It's tradition, right? Like I support Liverpool because of my old man.
That's it. It's nothing to do with where I was born. I started watching Liverpool before I knew Liverpool had a team. You know what I'm saying? So, and I thought my dad thought that. Even through the hard times, I thought my dad thought he used to play me. You'll never walk alone every single day. Gerrard pacemakers.
Good man.
Every single day. And
it sounds like a legend.
Unbelievable. And I always say on the channel that he's one of his favourite players, John Barnes. He always puts John Barnes.
He was mine.
Gerrard, and he always puts him up there, Gerrard and Salah. Because my dad.
You never saw Gerrard at his peak, and I was young, and I saw games of him.
You mean John Barnes?
John Barnes.
Yeah.
But like, I remember watching bits of him when I was at 8, 9. You never really appreciate him, but like, he was for me the Thierry Henry of that generation. Phenomenal player. Phenomenal. We talk about Mane and Salah, who are legends and output machines. But in terms of pure ability, if you think about, you know how people say Salah versus Hazard, right? John Barnes is closer to like Hazard, but he's on a different level to Hazard for me.
Yeah.
Far better.
Yeah. In terms of
and had output.
I get that.
He's dribbling, and his all-round creative play was phenomenal.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, I'm gonna what I put the Olympiacos game. I don't think it'll get to top 5, but just a little shout out to put out there, the Olympiacos game, just for the moment itself. Rivaldo scored the free kick, didn't he, against us? Was it Rivaldo who played?
Rivaldo scored the free kick. The first goal was Pongal, I think.
Well, it was, yeah, it was.
Then it was Miller.
Did Miller scored? Yeah, he did score. And then
it was Stevie G, right?
Cushioned header down to Steve Gerrard, and then
phenomenal game.
The league went on to win the Champions League. Sorry, so
I remember watching it in a restaurant because at the time I didn't have Sky in the house or Virgin in the house, so I was in a Greek restaurant. Actually, it was a Greek or Italian. It was an Italian restaurant. It was a little TV, and I was just watching.
We always remember what we eat, don't we? At the time.
Yeah,
it's crazy. It's crazy.
It was great.
So, but on that note, I will put Istanbul up there, definitely top 5. Istanbul's definitely top 5.
Yeah, 100%.
I was at the point where I was known for being a Liverpool fan in my year at school. I was mocked for a lot for being a Liverpool fan. I know there was other Liverpool fans, but not the Liverpool fan. I was the Liverpool fan. I was the one that got all the shit thrown at me from other people, from other rivals. And I had a GCSE exam the next morning after Istanbul. By the way, I slept like a fucking baby that night. I was honestly, I felt like I was pissed before I was even illegal enough to drink. I was 16 at the time, and the next morning I had GCSE exam, and I took my Liverpool flag to school to rub it in everyone's faces. I didn't care if it was GCSE. I didn't give a shit about the GCSE. If I'm honest, I didn't care, but I think it was a massive exam. I took the Liverpool flag out in front of everyone. I said, "Look, we're the champions of Europe," and to experience that moment when we were really winning, weren't known for winning anything really. We won the 4 or 5 trophies in 2001, but it wasn't the major trophies. It wasn't a league or a Champions League. To win that Champions League, that moment, the pride I felt after that night.
No, definitely.
Because we sort of not expect to win the league now, but just because that team we had was shocking.
Yeah, it was shit.
It was fucking shit compared to that AC Milan team. Every single position was world class, legendary world class.
In our team, we only had Alonso and Gerrard, who I would say is world class. Yeah. You had Carragher and Hippier, who are top centre backs, but not elite centre backs, like good centre backs.
Yeah.
But beyond that, I can't think. You had Hamann, who didn't start the game.
I'd say if it were Leeds Harry Kewell, it'd be a top winger, but it wasn't Leeds Harry Kewell, it was Liverpool.
But even the Leeds Harry Kewell, I didn't think was an elite Harry Kewell. He was a very good player.
World class, but he was top class. Yeah.
He was top class. Yeah, definitely. Barros leading the line. Cisse injured. Well, came back from a broken leg.
Jimmy Traore at centre back.
I'll tell you a little story about Jimmy Traore. So I went to the parade, and I think we threw him. Not me. I was up there with a colleague at work who we went with. There's actually 4 of us that went, and he threw him something. And Jimmy Traore, typical Jimmy Traore, went to catch it, and
He missed it.
and
There's
it
no
missed
way.
it, went through his hand. And we all looked at each other going, how has this guy won the Champions League? But bless you, Jimmy. Thank you so much. Love you. He was class. He was, I would say he's like, Origi was a better player, but like he's a cult hero, like in that era.
Because he's that bad, mate. I don't think I can ever count he's a cult hero. Because
No, he was that bad, but like that's what I mean. It was just you loved him because he was so bad, but he tried. Do you know what I mean? It was a weird one.
The own goal against Burnley when he pirouetted it into the goal in the FA Cup. I mean,
yeah, that's harder.
That summed this guy up.
He was, listen, he wasn't a good footballer. Like with the greatest respect, he should never have been at a club like Liverpool for his ability. But thank you. In the Champions League final,
he stepped up
after the penalty giveaway. The free kick giveaway.
Yeah,
like he defended like a warrior.
Yeah, he did.
And we rode our luck.
He actually put his body on the line a lot. He did get his body about. Sometimes it made no sense what he was doing. Some of the side tackles that he was making, but he would put his body on the line.
He for me, any member of that Champions League winning team that we all know it lacked a lot of quality, but like he for me he's a hero, like a folk hero.
Yeah. It's like everyone that played for us in the title winning season is a hero as well for winning our first title. So yeah, I do get that. Would I put it number one though? We'll see. We'll put it number one. It's got a good shout. Just because the 3-0 down. If it happened, they do that double save from Shevchenko. The save penalties at the end. The wiggly legs he did. The Grobbelaar legs he did, and the team different. And Steven Gerrard, because Steven Gerrard's just the king. So any more games you want to throw out there?
So I'm looking at the quality of the games rather than what the game meant I was
thinking that there's one game that the quality. Yeah, there's one game I'm thinking of the quality.
So there was one game that really stood out for me in the 90s as well, which was the Liverpool Man United game where we were down 3-0 and then we came back to 3-3 with Ruddock's header. I thought that was do you remember that game? We went down. Nigel Clough scored 2 goals.
What year was that?
It was 95 or 96, and Schmeichel nearly got sacked over it from Alex.
Was that blonde hair foul or was that dark hair foul? Because the foul was in it.
I think Fowler was playing. I don't remember, but
I think it was too early. I think it's too early to be blonde hair foul.
So Dennis Irwin scored a free kick. Ryan Giggs scored a chip on Grobbelaar.
I do remember it. It's very, very vague. Very vague.
It was ironic because allegedly. When Bruce Grobbelaar was in court for being done for what's it called, throwing games, gambling and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That was allegedly one of the games, that thing. And I remember reading an article where he was pissed because he did a worldie save, and he was like, I just dived that way, thinking he was going to go that way, and I saved it. Obviously, I don't know if it was proven or not. I don't think he got done for it, but the game itself was a phenomenal game. Do you remember 3-3? You must remember the 3-3.
I think I probably do remember it. But not. It's quite vague, but I do remember it. I must be like
Ruddock. Do you remember Ruddock scored the header?
I do remember.
And then
when he said Ruddock goal, I do remember the Ruddock.
And then Redknapp grabs him, and Ruddock's holding his head.
I do remember. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
That was a phenomenal game.
I do remember the Ruddock. I do. Yes, it's very rare Ruddock scored. And that's why when you said Ruddock, the goal, yeah, I do remember it. That's why I remember Fowler quite distinctly in it. Did Fowler score in it?
No, it was Nigel Clough scored 2 goals. Right. And then Ruddock scored the header. And we were battered the first half. And then second half, we weren't. Did we score in the first half? I think we scored 2 in the first. Yeah, we scored 2 in the first half. So we went 3-0 down, then came back to 3-2 in the first half, and then scored the header in the second half at the end of the game. Yeah, it was a phenomenal game. It was a real, and the cop and the atmosphere was insane.
See, I do remember those. I always remember Man United Liverpool games because I used to watch it with my uncle, who was a Man United fan, massive Man United fan. And that's the reason why my dad started supporting Liverpool, because he didn't like my uncle slating him all the time. He hated my uncle slagging Liverpool off. So he started a lot supporting Liverpool. So yeah, I used to always remember that, but I used to try to forget him quite quickly. And those times, try to forget him quite quickly. So there used to be bad results constantly against Man United, especially my uncle. He didn't let you live it down, no matter how old you are. At 7 or 8 years old, I was getting history ripping out of me, shouting Eric Cantona songs and stuff like that. So yeah, I do remember it vaguely though. The Ruddock. I do remember the Ruddock goal. There's another game. When you said you think about quality of games, I think one of the best quality games I've seen in recent history, in fact, the whole Premier League history, I'm being absolutely honest, was the 2-2 against Man City.
You mean the 2-2 or the 2-1 that we lost?
No, the 2-2 I'm sure the 2-2 was a better game.
I thought the 2-1 where we lost was the highest quality Premier League game I've seen in the modern era. The 2-2 was also very good.
Was it 2-2 where the Salah scored that goal where he took him on?
No, you talking about the one at Anfield. So we drew 2-2 away and we drew 2-2 at home when Mane scored. And that was a great game. So yeah. So I thought you were talking about the away one. I thought the 2-1 where we lost at the Etihad.
Might be the way one. But there's one way it was like that was the highest quality game I've ever seen in my life in terms of both teams going at it. The both teams were absolutely sensational. I'm sure it's 2-2. It might have been 2. I'm sure it's 2-2 though.
No, there was 2 2-2s that season.
Yeah,
but the season that we finished a point behind on 97 points, we lost 2-1 to Man City when what's it called? Sane and Aguero, and we scored that amazing team goal. The one that Trent crossfield to, was it Robertson, who then first time crossed it over to Firmino. That for me was
one of the best goals I've ever seen.
100%. But for me, in terms of pure footballing quality of both sides, that was the highest quality game I've seen. Yes, we've had other games like the 2-2, which is more exciting, but pure football. But yeah, I mean, it's your choice, so totally get it.
But I'd talk about Man City. Another game that stands out for me against Man City was the FA Cup semi-final. We beat them 3-0. I think that's the best.
We didn't beat them 3-0. It was 3-2.
Was it 3-2 at the end?
Yeah, so we went 3-0 up, and then
that was it. Yeah, and then we hang on to yeah. I don't know why it's 3-0, but yeah, I know we went 3-0 up. But that semi-final FA Cup, I think that's one of the best we've ever played, especially in this fixture. We absolutely dominated, battered. Also, we dominated the other day, but I think we dominated even more that day, especially when City were better as well. At that point, it was like we played a poor City side, if I'm honest, the other day. But that City back then was the City.
It was, but Pep did rotate quite heavily for that game. I remember because I was in.
I was in London.
I was in. Where was I? I think I was in Greece. He rotated quite heavily for that game. It was 2 years. It was not last season. It was a season we went for the quad.
Yeah, it was. We won FA Cup.
We won FA Cup, and then we played Chelsea in the final.
You won League Cup double, didn't we?
Yeah.
FA Cup and the League double. Yeah, League Cup double. Yeah.
We were amazing in the first half, even though Pep. When Pep was rotating, he still had a very strong team out. It was just not his first team. And Konate scored a header. Mane scored that volley as well.
I don't think either of them got the top 5. I don't think either of them got the top 5. There's an obvious one in there that's going to be in there. You
want me to tell you who I think should be there?
The top 5. Go on.
I love the Liverpool 4-0 when Thiago was. I've never seen a midfield performance as dominant for Liverpool.
Which one's this? Which 4-0 this?
Same season where Salah scored 2 goals. It was when Ralph Ragnick was their boss.
Oh, Man United. Oh, yeah. Man United won. Yeah.
Thiago was out this world. Mane scored a goal. Who else was it? So Salah scored 2. Mane scored 1.
That wasn't where the Fabinho
and Diaz scored. Remember when first few minutes Trent pass went through, Salah assisted it, Diaz scored, and then Trent kicked the ball, and David De Gea got really upset because it nearly hit him. And Thiago was amazing that
was
day.
it Van Dijk that one? Kicked the ball,
No, it was Trent who kicked it.
Yeah. I think I do.
Do you remember the quad season?
Yeah.
Just before the FA Cup, or just after the FA Cup semi-final, we played Man United at home, and we scored that team goal where Mane chips it. Like we do 1-2, 1-2, and then Mane reverse balls it.
Yeah. When he dinks it over that person's defender's leg. Yeah.
And then Salah brings it down with his right, and then finishes it with his left.
Yeah.
That was one of that was probably the greatest Liverpool goal I've seen as a team. That or the Man City goal where we lost 2-1. But that 4-0 Thiago was out of this world.
Yeah. Thiago is just a masterclass anyway, if I'm honest.
He's so unlucky with the injuries. Like he should have been the midfielder of that generation. Like amazing midfielder.
So the other obvious 4-0 is going to be the Barcelona one. Definitely top.
Yes.
Where 3-0 down from the first leg. Origi scores. Wijnaldum comes on and changes the game. But no, Henderson scored the first goal, didn't he, in the first half?
No, it was Origi.
Origi, sorry, Henderson's shot came back.
Rebounded back.
Half time, it was a goal.
And then Gini scored the next two.
Gini came on, scored 2. And Origi scored obviously the winner from the corner.
There's an argument that that's the greatest game, I think.
It's this is what I'm saying. I think it possibly is. If we're going to decide the thing now, I don't think there's going to be a lot more games out there. It's going to be that as a shout and probably an honourable mention. But I think we've probably got the 5 that we need to arrange. I think that this one could be easily number 1, just because of sheer. This is Barcelona's Messi. This is 3-0 up, 3-0 down. Everyone writ us off, and we performed a miracle. And
I've got sorry to interrupt. I've got videos of like Barcelona fans in a pub, in a bar in New York, and like even to this day, occasionally when I'm walking my dog, I'll just play it just to see their reactions.
Yeah, it's madness.
And they are losing, especially the fourth one where like no, and it's like literally crying. I'll send you the video. You'll love it. It's
hilarious.
And there's one Liverpool fan in the corner which doesn't celebrate, but he gives like a little nod to the camera guy.
The quick thinking from Trent was one of the best moments I've ever seen as a Liverpool fan. That Origi goal from the corner is up there with like the Gerrard against Olympiacos. The Gerrard, another one that I'm going to throw out right now. Might not be top 5, but the Gerrard final in the FA Cup final. I don't think we were great at that final.
No, we weren't.
We were shit, but just Gerrard that final that moment 3-3, and we won on penalties again. But definitely this one, that Origi moment was just it summed Divock Origi up, if I'm honest. That moment summed Divock Origi. He wasn't an amazing player, but he got moments like this all the time.
You know what's crazy? There's 2 famous like phraseologies or sentences, right? One is cushion header to Gerrard, and the other one's quick corner to Origi. Yeah. Those are the 2, right? Can you think of any other sort of commentator phrases or sentences that will live with you?
I like "Here we go" when Gerrard got the 1 back in Istanbul.
Yeah, here we go. But that was a very short sentence, right?
Yeah, here we go. Yeah. Not that had the sentiment or that really resonate as much as those 2. I don't think they are the 2. That's what I'm saying. The Origi and Gerrard moment are the 2 for me. And these weren't
taken quickly.
They weren't even finals either, Cam. They weren't even finals. They were finals.
No, but that Barcelona one was like a final, right?
It was. I think once we won that, we won the Champions League. That was the winning Champions League moment. It was only Tottenham in the final, so it didn't, we didn't even come out a second game in the final. It just felt like that. Those moments led to Champions League winning things as well. Those 2 actual moments led to Champions League winning seasons, but those are moments that won them that Champions League. I think we had a lot more. Also, we had a lot more to do in 2005. Do we beat Juventus that season as well? Do we beat Juventus that season?
We beat Juventus. Luis Garcia funded a shot at home, and then we scored with Hippier volley, and then they pulled one back.
We've forgotten the game, the top 5. So let's go through the top 5 now. We'll order in a minute. So we've got the Istanbul. I agree with that. 5. 4-3.
Barcelona.
4-0 Barcelona. What else are you putting out there? There's obviously the 7-0 Man United.
The 7-0 Man United, probably.
We forgot one major game there in recent history, especially was the 4-3 against Dortmund. Was it 4-3 against Dortmund? Lovren header.
That was a top game. We're a very privileged club.
Yeah.
Like you could make an argument for all of them. Yeah. I think the Barcelona one has to be number 1, though.
I'm agreeing with that. Number 1 Barcelona game, 4-0. Istanbul number 2.
For importance, yes, but I think for quality, I think the Newcastle game was better for entertainment.
I hear that. I do hear that.
But I take your point.
I don't think I could take it. I can't put it above Istanbul. I can't. I couldn't physically do that. I couldn't do that. I want to do that in terms of quality. But I'm thinking like the greatest Liverpool games I've seen. Like that night, I was floating on air. The fact that I took my Liverpool flag to school the next day.
I didn't think we played great at Istanbul.
What I'm saying, just the greatest moment.
In terms of moment, definitely. Yeah. But we've had really good performances, but I take your point. It's very subjective.
It's probably one of the worst performances I've ever done because we got absolutely battered best of the game. We just hung on. But I think in terms of the greatest Liverpool games I've ever seen, that's got to be number 2. Barcelona number 1, not number 2. I'll agree with Newcastle 4-3. Colin Moore number 3. Number 4.
What about the Liverpool 4-0 against that one where that great pass, the reverse pass to Mane? I thought that was exceptional, that game. Thought we were amazing.
Depends how good we were. Yeah, probably. Would it be above the 7-0 just because of the 7-0?
I think we played much better.
You played much better, easily.
Much better. But the 7-0, because it's unique, right? Like you've literally taken the pants down of your biggest rivals.
Yeah, and I'd like to be up there possibly. Would 4-1 be up there? The 4-1 at Old Trafford.
Yeah, definitely away at Old Trafford. But then I would argue and say we won 5-0 at Old Trafford.
Yeah,
sorry about my dog.
Different Man United team won it. A different Liverpool team. We're a better team as Liverpool.
Hold on for 1 second. I just got to let my dog out. Just give me 1 second. Sorry.
He's a Man United fan. He's not happy with the top 5. So yeah, number 1 would be the Barcelona game. 3-0 down in the first leg, 4-0 second leg. Divock Origi. Colin second one quickly. Origi 4-0. Istanbul's second for us. You could easily swap those two around easily. I think people in the comments will probably maybe swap those two around. You don't know yet. Well, we'll get them in the comments anyway. So if you think those two are the top 2, let us know which order you would do them. Number 3 is at Newcastle 4-3. Colin Moore. Number 4, we've decided on put that one in. Our 4-1 against Man United at Old Trafford, or the 7-0 possibly up there. Could even put a Man City one in there in terms of quality. They could get into there in terms of the top 5, 5th possibly. But again, the Dortmund one, the 4-3 against Dortmund, would be up there as well. So yeah, we're tied on 4th and 5th. We're tied on 4th and 5th, and then that's pretty much the top 5 done then. 4th. Would you be happy with the 4-1 Liverpool, or the 7-0, or the 5-0, or the 4-0? Which one would you like out there?
I don't know. We're quite spoilt for choice, aren't we?
So I'd like to put a City game in there because of quality.
Yeah, I thought from a quality perspective, the 4-0 was the highest, the best we played.
I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. The Mane one, the Mane goal against Man United. So the 4-0, okay. I'll put that 5th. I'm happy to put that 5th. And the 4th, I think needs something more unique. Needs to be 4th, like the 4-3 against Dortmund, for example, or the 4-1 against Man United. I think something more.
The Dortmund one was very good. I think
it was a very, very good game.
In most of the best games that I've enjoyed is when it was a seesaw match.
It's down and out. Yeah. So I'm happy to put Dortmund on 4th. I'm happy with that.
But like, if anybody said like, Cam, actually the 4-1 should be, there's no arguments from me.
Yeah.
Like, it's all legitimate.
The top two could easily swap around, and people might put Istanbul first and might put Barcelona second, but that's where we're putting it right now. So number 1, Barcelona 4-0. Number 2, Istanbul 3-3 winning penalties Champions League final. Number 3, we'll put the 4-3 against Newcastle, Colin Moore winning in the last minute. Number 4 is going to be another last minute winner, 4-3 again, Dortmund, Dejan Lovren getting the winner. And number 5, we're going to put the 4-0 against Manchester United in there, where we saw class all over the pitch, dominated them from start to finish. Thank you for watching. If you do like this sort of content, let us know in the comments. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, notification bells on, and please just enjoy on this journey and enjoy this video as well, guys. It's nostalgia. It's put a smiles on our face. It's better than talking about match previews all the time, match predictions. This is something different. This is called the new series called The Best. We're going to go for the top 5 and top 10s of things in Liverpool past and nostalgia, and Liverpool present as well. We're going to do the Liverpool present as well. So please make sure you join us on this journey. Thank you everyone for watching, and have a great day.